I really had figured, oh, hi.
All right, come on. Are we going to go live here?
I saw a thing.
You did?
No, I see a thing that says live 18 seconds, 19 seconds.
Yeah, but it's not connecting. We're probably live and we're just chatting, but it's not connecting
You
to
know, a lot
Instagram
of
or
times
something.
the real stuff goes on when the cameras aren't rolling. I think.
Well, everyone, I don't know why it's not happening. Okay, hold on. Maybe now. Sorry, everybody.
Also, sorry everybody that I'm not like a little bit cuter, but who knew? I thought this was a
Oh my
well, you
goodness.
know what? She is me, Lisa.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because like sometimes she is just like that.
Yes, it's true. It's true. So, what is happening here? I'm sorry. I'm going
Won't you be
to.
sorry? Do you want to go in and then out again? Do you want me to log in and out?
No, I'm
Okay.
going to do this. Hold on a second. I'm just going to add the stream here
Okay.
and maybe that works. Let's try that.
So, it's saying there's this like timer.
Yeah, people are watching us. There we go. Okay. There
Yeah.
we go. We're connected to Instagram now. Sorry, everybody who might have been watching us and me fool around with that. But anyway, hi, we're back. And we are with my friend Julie Fingersh. Hi, Julie.
So happy to be here.
I'm happy you're here.
Thanks, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Again, not to be a woman and apologize, but I didn't realize we were live, so I did not get cute. So if anyone sees my profile picture, which is so good because of my amazing photographer, Kimberly Wong, I can look like that, but I
You
don't
know,
look like that now. But as Lisa and I were just mentioning before, she is me. We can't
yeah,
always look like our pictures. So
nope, we don't always look like our pictures,
yeah.
but it's okay. We love you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We love you. And we
Um,
appreciate all you're doing for humanity.
and let's talk about Stay for a second because it's pretty awesome. So Julie just published her book, Stay. Please read it. Go and get it. Read it. It is an amazing story. And Julie's style of storytelling is something that you will enjoy because it's a style that you can't put down once she pulls you in and you can't put the book down. Like it's one of those things that you just have to I've known Julie for years and reading her words is like sitting and talking to her. It's
That's
amazing.
that's so nice to hear. And people do say that to me. And I have to say, not that this relates to anybody except for maybe other writers, but I think part of why I became a writer is that I find it so much easier to express like the essential me in writing, um, as opposed to talking. It's sort of like I have a personality, and that's one thing, but like the depth, the articulate, all the really heavy stuff. It's like I find that like I'm not a very articulate person actually, whereas I think I am in writing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't really need to just talk about that because I don't think anybody cares. But
Well, anyway, I just want to put that out there
thank
that
you.
it is absolutely fabulous. And I would show you a copy of it,
Oh,
except I have a digital copy. So
I
I
can
can
get you a copy, but I would have to get out of
that's
this.
all right. We're gonna put it up
Yeah.
on the website and everyone's gonna see it and we're gonna talk
Okay.
about it more and it'll go out in an email and blah blah
Okay.
blah. And we're posting, Julie and I did a podcast that we're going to post in the next day or two. So you'll be able to hear all about it and hear Julie's story. So I'm not going to ask you what inspired you to tell your story because it's really in the book. So go read the book.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. Thank you, Lisa, because I don't. Yeah, I think I mentioned this on the podcast. Like, I'm sort of an accidental author where I didn't really mean to write a book, but I was kind of in a personal hell. And so then I found that I needed to write my way through. And then after I was done with it, I turned it into like a book so that it would hopefully anybody who picks it up is not going to be reading. It's going to be a SheisMe situation, actually.
It is.
Where absolutely. It's a mirror. It's a mirror for midlife, for parenting, for relationships, for family, for illness, for grief. This is why it's really hard to say what the book's about. But anyway.
Yeah. But it's about all of the things.
All of the things.
And you'll cry, you'll laugh, you'll hold your breath. There's a lot of moments in the book, and it's
so appreciative.
Truly great. It is truly great. So you're giving one of our keynotes.
I am so excited about it. And one of the main things I'm excited about, even though you're not asking me why I'm so excited about it, is that...
Why are you so excited about it, Julie?
Lisa, thank you for asking me.
Welcome.
Well, I think it's because I feel like I need to have something to say that people are that is going to be worth listening to, because I am representing a conference that is so visionary. And I mean, I feel this way about my book too. Like, what can I share about my life experience that is going to matter to other people? Like, we've all been through our version of heaven and hell. And what is my through line that is going to be relatable? And so I've been thinking so much about it, and it's been such a great opportunity. I mean, I don't have a lot of trouble overthinking things. It's a great skill of mine, but it has given me a chance to really be like, what is at the bottom of everything, and what in our lives sort of obfuscates us getting there or being there? Why is it taking so long, especially for us as women?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so anyway, that's, even though you didn't ask, that's why I'm excited about it. But yes, I am a keynote speaker, and I'm very, very honored about it.
I'm excited. I'm excited. What's something that you want everyone to know about you?
What do I want everyone to know? Okay. Actually, Dave, my husband, and I were talking about this today in relation to an article that I'm writing for the Miami Herald and other things. I think what I want people to know is that this is kind of what my book is really about, but it's kind of the most important lesson I'm learning in life. That we are all made up of so many things. And I can tell you, here's something I can tell you. I'm from Prairie Village, Kansas. Now, I was just telling Dave this morning, it's such a fascinating thing to me that I will often know someone for a long time before they know that. And so they will have like done their scan research and figured out what I am. And then I'll be like, oh, and I'm from Prairie Village, Kansas. And you're just like, you see the confusion. And then I'll say, like, when I lived in Kansas City and I would go to Europe or anywhere and say you're from Kansas, they're just like, Kansas, like horses.
Yeah.
And then I moved to San Francisco. Well, first Boston, then New York, then New York, then Boston. And then I'd go somewhere and be like, I'm from San Francisco. And they'd be like, oh, you're from San Francisco?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the idea that, okay, again, I'm answering not a question you asked. But so something that I want to say about me is that I'm from Kansas City and I am so many different things. And you're never going to know really the thing about me that's the most important, because like you, who is a blonde beauty, that might be the first thing I see, but it doesn't have nothing to do with who you are, but it's a really, it can hijack me from the truth
Yeah.
of who you are. So anyway,
I hear you.
isn't it true?
Yeah, it's true.
We just have been thinking about like how people go through life, and especially now in our divisive world where there's like people don't necessarily want to share who they are, in the hiding, like, we talked about like
The secrets.
the secrets, but also just, it's like, so my book, and like I was raised in a very private family and an amazing family, but in our world it was like there's a certain column of things that you don't that are that are not secrets, but are just nobody's business.
Yeah.
And talking about the fact, like, what happens, what does it cost you to just show parts of yourself? And then so Dave and I were talking about how that is just gone so meta now, because now you don't even want to tell people, like, are you Democrat? Are you Republican? Right. Progressive used to mean one thing 2 months ago. Now it means something else. Or a year ago, now it means something. And it's like everybody kind of goes through wanting to pinpoint.
Yes.
Organize their
and put you in this little box.
Yeah.
Of this is what I see, and this is where you should be. And if you're not in that,
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said this yesterday to somebody, I've traveled around the world several times, and no matter where you go, no matter who you talk to, no matter who you sit down and eat with, everyone is having a human experience. Every single person on this planet is raising children, there are women who can't have children. There's someone who is in an abusive thing. There's someone whose husband died. It doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. It's all the same. It's the same. How we handle it, how we view it, how we, our traditions and our the ways that we were raised and the books that we read and so on and so forth. I mean, those change the view or the handling of those situations, but everyone is going through the same situations, the same human experience.
Yes.
And Dr. K said this, like if we could just look at each other through the eyes of love, through seeing that person as me, like we say she is me, you could just meet everybody on that level that I'm meeting myself. Like what a difference we could make.
It's so true. That's funny that Dr. K said that, because that's exactly what we were saying. My husband and I taking a walk this morning. I was like, all the polarity and all the confusion around, it's like people are confused now, because something that used to mean one thing suddenly means another. And it all comes down to trying to put people in boxes and decide who they are based on labels. And it's so destructive. It's so toxic. And it's ultimately like, it's so sad. It's really such a waste of life and energy to do that to each other, because how many years do we have to, you're given one life. Is that how we're spending it? Is choosing how to peacock and label and diminish and hate? Okay. I don't want to turn this into raging and depression, but
no, No, but it's true. Yeah, I mean, these conversations are important, and we need to have them because there are plenty of people who feel like we do, and they don't have anyone to talk to about it. You know, they don't have anyone to, or they haven't been able to put it into words or put it into a feeling,
Right.
other than frustration and helplessness and powerlessness and anger and fear
Right.
and those things that we've all been living in for the past 10 years or so, you know. That I am very I have a very positive outlook, and I have a very I feel like we're on the precipice of change, of big change, and
Do
that
you?
I do. Yeah, I
Oh,
really do.
I'm so happy to hear it. Is it only because of the She Is Me conference? Like, what are the signs?
Yeah, because the She Is Me conference is changing
I
everything.
mean,
No,
you
I
yourself,
think
but
I
really,
think
what are the signs of change? I really want to know what they are in your eyes.
I feel like more women are standing up and speaking out and um, advocating for each other and for themselves.
Mhm, mhm.
I feel like the patriarchy is crumbling, and that's where the anger and the fear and the control, massive control, is coming from, because
Right,
they're like, we no longer can do things the way that we have for thousands of years, and we've had this grip, and we've been in control, and we've been all powerful, all knowing. um, but but women are like, we're done, we're tired, and we're done, and we need to come together, and we need to um, say, we're not going to take it anymore. We're just not going to take it
mhm,
anymore. We matter, we're important, we give life, we're the life givers,
yeah,
and you can't control it, and you can't muzzle us any longer, you know. And we've had enough, and there are people making really big changes. And you know, there are, I don't know if you saw, here's a really great example: Claudia Sheinbaum, the new president of Mexico. Woman, Jew, Mexican. She was voted in to the presidency. She just took office the other day. She did not invite the president of Spain or the king of Spain to her inauguration until he apologized for the colonization of Mexico by the
oh,
Spaniards.
oh my god,
And he just refused, and she said, then you're not invited, you're not coming, because you
he
came, and
refused.
like, there needs to be some reparations made there, like some
Okay,
sort of.
wait, let me try to understand. A man refused to apologize?
Yes, believe it or not.
What?
But she stood up and she said, no longer, in her speech, I mean, this is just one example. In her speech, we are no longer saying woman doctor, woman lawyer, woman president. We are saying president, lawyer, doctor,
Yes.
regardless,
Okay,
right?
I'm gonna have to look this up, but I
Yeah.
love her already.
Listen to her speech. It was powerful. It was
Amazing.
powerful.
That's so
Um,
amazing.
so that's just, I mean, that's one tiny example. But there's a movement in South Korea, where the women are refusing to get married, refusing to date, refusing to have babies. They're just like, no, we want to be safe. We want to have our own lives. We want to have our own money. We want to have our own everything. We're not doing things the way that you say we should do them
Right.
anymore, you know?
Yeah.
And literally governments are freaking out about this. So there are signs all over the place that things are happening, and they're happening in a way which I love, and which what She Is Me is doing with our leadership program, and a lot of other things that we're doing. They're happening in a way where we're not pushing back, and we're not um, fighting, and we're not doing anything that
Reactive.
would, we're not reactive, but we're doing things like I explained this morning, was like, we're doing things so that we all come together and we create this powerful network, and then we just sort of take them out at the knees, right? Like they don't even see us coming.
I love it. It's like you're creating a new paradigm
Yeah,
that's just going to suffocate the old one
right.
without even talking about it, which is
Exactly.
pretty
And
awesome.
in fact, that's what the title of my book says, for a new world paradigm, is part of the title, because we're
I love
talking
that.
about women's leadership. Yeah. And there was also a great victory the other day. There was a woman who created a women's only lounge, and a man sued her because he wasn't allowed in, and
What
she
what
won. And the
what
judge
where
said,
was this?
tough.
Where was this?
It was, I think it was at a maybe an art gallery or an art museum or something. I don't remember the whole thing, but she created this lounge for women only. It was like a bar lounge. I mean, how many men's clubs have there been? Thousands, millions, right? Men only, men only. So she said, I'm going to create a women only place. And this man wanted to get in, come in, have a drink, sit down. And the women are like, no, this is for women only. And so he took him to court. And the judge said, no, you're stupid. Get out. Like, women can have their own place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was dancing in the street. She was like, oh, she was hilarious. But I mean, those are small wins. Big wins, presidential wins are big. But you know, things are changing, things are happening, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
You're not just here for it, you're helping to drive it. And
Yeah.
that is what is so exciting. And it's so visionary. And the inclusiveness of the vision is really inspiring, and also a different paradigm because, as you and I both know, it's not just a problem among men, it's a problem among women too,
Oh yeah.
right? So sometimes they can even have kind of a harsher
Let me
impact.
tell you, yesterday, I was telling someone yesterday, I watched, there was a video came up about this woman who was thrifting. I love thrifting, because I love reusing things,
That's
like there's no, the idea that we create so many new things when we have so many things that need to be used that are already here is mind blowing. But she was thrifting, and she thrifted this old, and I'm sure everyone's had one of these in their house at one time. It's like a swan vase. Looks like a swan, and we would put flowers or whatever in it.
right, right.
Anyway, she saw it and she took it home, cleaned it up, and she it had some scratches and stuff, so she painted the beak this little darker brown color.
Right.
I went through the comments. There were hundreds of women in the comments who said things like, what are you, stupid? Why would you paint the beak this color? That's the worst thing you could ever do. I mean, really attacking her, and because it's her piece, she could paint it pink if she wanted to. It's her, but the women in there just judging her and shaming her and hating her.
That's
Hundreds of women.
that is
I'm
just
telling you, hundreds.
it's like this turn from love to hate, from
Yes.
there's this it's so, I don't know.
And for what? She's just sharing this happy thing that she found, happy thing that she did, and trying to, get out there and show, everyone's doing their thing online. She's
Yeah.
just doing her thing online.
Yeah.
The amount of hate in that, and it blew my mind. And it's something that I don't want to be a part of in any way, shape,
Yes,
or form.
100%. And
And
it's the opposite. Every
it's the
single thing.
opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Everything is
so I want this to be a place where you could come and paint your swan purple, and everyone says, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
I love
What
it.
a vision,
I
right?
just love
You
it.
do, yeah, you do what you want, and we're supporting you, and we love you no matter if you want to paint your swan pink or yellow. It doesn't matter. Like, those things just don't matter. But I think, what we've experienced in the last 10 years, and the way that social media has changed the way that we interact. And, and that was one of the reasons why I created SheisMe, so that I could tell my story without being attacked. Right? I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone be really vulnerable online and then have the worst things that a human could ever say said to them. And
It's so hard to understand
yeah,
what drives that. Wait, can I just interrupt and ask, are
sure.
you going to be now I know you've told your story in your conference before, but I hope you're gonna tell it again in your conference or share it again or
I might share. I mean, I'm doing a workshop, a leadership masterclass. Yeah, so I think I'll tell it as an intro in a short form. But you can go back to any of the videos and watch the.
and when is yours? Let me turn this on you. When is yours?
Mine's
So
on Tuesday. I'm just finalizing the schedule, and it'll be up on the website probably by the end of the day. So,
okay, so
um,
Tuesday.
so Tuesday, during the workshop days, is when that is going to take place.
Okay,
So
that's very exciting. I'm gonna put that down. Um, Lisa, I'm seeing that I just don't want to take up all the like so much more time than everybody else does because I know we're supposed to do 15 minutes.
yeah.
Also, full disclosure, I'm supposed to be on a podcast in like 15 minutes. And
Yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here.
but I want to know if there's any like I don't know if this was what you were looking for here.
Yeah, yeah. I want people
Or just
to
saying
it's meet the
hi.
speakers. It's meet the speakers, and I always tell everyone it's 15 minutes, but if we get into a conversation that needs to happen, everything's happening for a reason, and this conversation happened, and hopefully somebody got something out of it.
Love it.
And that's it. So thank you everybody for watching. As promised, I will be back later today to talk about some ticket changes and new opportunities, and it's going to be fun.
Lisa, before we go, will you share so that we can also share with our friends how they can watch these things live going forward?
Yeah. So, and that's something I'm going to talk about later with the tickets, because I've been sort of struggling with, making sure the content is available to everybody, but pricing
Right.
it in a way that's available to everybody. So we're making changes to pricing. I'm going to announce it later today so that everybody has the opportunity to join us. But we do broadcast live in a private YouTube channel.
I see.
So everybody will get the keys to the kingdom when they register for the conference. So I will send out something today, Julie, that everyone can send out or post to their people on how to attend. Because I woke up this morning feeling like Oprah and everybody gets a car kind of thing, everybody reach under your seats and get your car keys and everybody gets a car kind of thing.
Right.
So
Right. Well, also it seems like maybe you would capture more people. There's so much going on these days, and there's so many offers and so many classes and so many conferences,
right.
but it's like I think like if people could just see you there, that it will bring them in and into the wanting to like sign up for the rest of the stuff.
Yeah. So there are some ways that I'm going to talk about later how you can actually get a free ticket to the conference by taking action and doing something, which is like really cool and fun.
Awesome.
And then there is there's going to be a tiered pay what you can kind of thing that's going to be unveiled at the end of the day. So yay. I know. Yay. So we'll talk about that later. I'll send out an email to everybody so they know what's happening. And I'll be back later today. Julie's going to get on a podcast. And next week we have some more speakers lined up for you. And then we've only got 2 weeks until the conference. So
I can't even believe it. And these are two big things because my book is launching October 15th. So it's like
boom.
It all happens at once, but these are all
and that's good.
Things. Yes.
Lisa, say hello to Dave for me.
I will. And thank you for doing all you're doing. You're just an amazing organizer. You really, really are. And I'm very inspired. it's, you may not, there are many of us who like see what you're doing, but may not always like be out there responding to it. But we have a lot of admiration and appreciation.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you all being here and joining me in this movement. So thank you for being here, Julie. Thank you. Mwah. See you later. Bye, everyone.